Alright, how's it going? Today we're doing Pit of Heresy, Solo Flawless, using Well of Radiance Warlock with Starfire Protocol Fusion Aid build. It's really powerful for this dungeon because you can one-shot a lot of things, or thereabouts, using Wither Horde, Cartesian Coordinate, and Aurora the Bear with Demolitionist. If you're not confident with rocket spam, you can either check out my video on it, or you could just use an SNG and a linear. Takes a bit longer, but much easier to do. So anyway, we're going to start by dropping down right there. You can go through the whole thing. And yeah, let's talk about the first bit. For the first bit, you're going to have to find the 3 disciples, kill them using the sword, which drops from the accursed sword bearers. You have to use 3 different aspects of the sword to kill them each. The knight, which will be the top symbol, can only be killed by swings, like melee attacks. The wizard, which is the middle symbol, I think. I can't remember. But no, I think the wizard's the bottom. Wizard can only be attacked by the heavy attacks, and the Shrieker can only be attacked by deflecting its own projectiles against it. One thing to note is that also they can all be damaged by a super, but only if you are on the ground when you cast it. Anyway, so we're going to start by jumping down to this A area, symbol with the A. Going to kill the keeper outright with a fusion grenade. Doesn't die instantly, but if it dies with the burn, it does count as a grenade kill, so you get your rift back. You're going to kill the sword bearer here, Wither Horde and a fusion aid will do it. You're going to look at the symbols. I already did. I think they were cone. No, sorry, yeah, X, cone, and R. That's what I call them, because that's what they kind of look like. Everyone probably has their own names for them, but whatever. I hit the wrong guy with the fusion nade, but it's alright, because I can just swing to kill it. So this is the knight. We're going to start off with the super. Does a lot of damage. The reason I'm using Warlock for this is that you can kill the pit keepers without using the sword super or dropping the sword. So for the knight, all you want to do is block, 2 swings, block, and then use it. You can't take damage while you're blocking from any projectile or melee attack from your front, but you can take damage from splash damage or melee attack from behind you. We're now going to go to cone. Kind of looks like a cone, right? Yeah. And we're going to do the same thing. If you stick him, it will kill. If not, then it won't. So we're just going to block for the Shrieker. We're going to hope that the ogres don't shoot us too much. If they do, they'll flinch you a lot, so you want to hold down on your stick or pull down on your mouse. As you can see, I'm blocking even from behind the ogre damage. The ogre blast can't do anything to me. So now we're going to go all the way to the other side to R. We've got an ogre here. You can one-shot with a fusion nade. Doesn't look like it should, but yeah, it just does. As you can see, he just lost the last third of his health for no apparent reason. If you do lose your sword, or run out of sword energy, you're going to want to go to a bridge with an ogre, kill the ogre, and then walk to and fro across the bridge until a knight will spawn there, who you can kill and get the sword from. So now we're going up to R, so we've got to climb 2 lifts, just ignore everything else. In fact, you can put on your sunglasses if you want. You should be a bit careful about the lifts, because I have just randomly died from them. I think it's to do with frame rate, but I'm not absolutely sure on that. So if you're really dying to that a lot, lock yourself at 30 frames. Gonna throw a nade immediately. That'll kill. Then we're going to go into the wizard. The wizard is one of the reasons why I use warlock as well. We're going to start off with the super, have to be on the floor, remember, even if it jumps up, as long as it starts on the floor it's fine. We're going to put a well down, and if we get stuck in a poison cloud, that allows us to spam the jump attack because our jump is severely muted, which means we get to the floor quicker, which means we can start jumping again. And that's a quick wizard kill. Now we just want to get to the beam of light in the middle. Now I'm using the sword here to quickly traverse long gaps. I could do this before, but I wanted to save as much sword ammo as I could, so I only used one sword. Kill the pit keeper there, and then you're done. Now we're coming up to the next section, which is the ogre bit. It's not too difficult. Ogres shouldn't be too much of a bother. You can normally just run past them in most situations. So for this, what you want to do is you want to find 3 knights. They'll drop 3 orbs, and you have to drop them in each of the hallways to open the gate to the next section. We're going to start by running to the right. A lot of people like to start on the left. I just do it on the right out of habit. We're going to melee this, or usually I'm powered to do that, get through. With the Horde Fusion Nade will kill. I missed a lot, so I'm just going to use the Fusion Rifle. Going to grab this, go out the way we came. Usually, for this ogre you can just walk straight past him. But if you don't, you can ride the wave of his slam to give you a bit more distance. I am dying a little bit here. This doesn't happen to me a lot of the time though. You can also use quick air swipes to get a bit of momentum. Now we're just going to go straight through here to the next bit. Same thing with the Horde Fusion Grenade, if not, then a bit more Fusion Rifle. Now we're going to go into the middle. Fortunately for me, the middle ogre was nowhere to be seen. He can be a bit annoying, but luckily he wasn't for me. He can slam you into the wall and kill you, so if he does try to do that, you got to melee towards him at the right time to avoid the momentum push. So I got the same thing killing the 3rd knight. Going up this way. This ogre did see me, so I'm just gonna book it. And we're gonna open up the gate. Now you want to be careful here, because it will say the ogres flee, but sometimes they don't, so you want to watch your radar to see if they disappear. If they don't, you're a bit screwed. It is possible, but yeah. Anyway, so for this, you want to hold the plate while killing 6 knights and dumping their orbs at the gate. We're going to start off with the Fusion Nade and with the Horde to our feet, kill the acolytes there. Good. Jump on the plate and then just wait for the knights to spawn. They'll spawn from the left to right in that order. As we can see, the left one is there, so we're going to, with the Fusion Nade, he jumps out of the way because he's a dick. So just gonna kill him another way. Now once we grab the orb, we want to run to the plate to reset it a bit. It's the same plate from Crota's End, if anyone remembers that. Which means the timer will go down slower than it will go up when you stand on it. So now that we've dunked an orb, Thralls and Kestrels will come along with 2 knights on the sort of ledges on the top left and top right. I'm just using with the Horde to clear out a lot of guys. I should say I'm using Kinetic Siphon to get orgs out of Witherhoard double kills, that'll come in handy later. We're now going to go towards the Middle Knight. The Middle Knight is the furthest away and so the tightest timing, so you want to be able to just nuke him quickly. What I found is Fusion Nade with a Horde Fusion Rifle will normally kill him very quickly. You want to slide around on the plate a bit to get the timer down. We're going to throw a rocket out there. I only shoot towards the left because a lot of the time the knights on the right will teleport to the left for whatever reason, so it's better just to wait for them to do that and then kill them all at once. So now we've got the third one. We're gonna wait for the knight on the left to respawn. You always want to keep moving, throw down, healing rifts as much as you can because you will get your energy completely back when you get a fusion grenade kill. I am playing quite aggressively here, and if you want to be a bit more safer, it's completely understandable. Once again, SMG and linear probably the best bet for you. Of course you want to jump when you're shooting with the Horde because it can damage you on an explosion. As you can see, there are 3 knights there when there should only be 2 because one decided to jump from the right to the left. Now I'm going to run to the middle. Quickly kill that knight. If they're scorched, they will drop a fire sprite, which will grant you restoration if you have the right mods on. It's not very long though. It does not compare to Will of Life. I miss it so much. And now the last one. Quick and easy. And then we're done. The suffering is ended. Well, wasn't suffering too much anyway. So now we're on to the second fall, the much harder one. For this, you just want to sort of fall down after the top spinny thing has gone past you. Might want to time it right. You can stop your fall through there, but if you don't, it's whatever. So now we got 3 symbols, we got to find 3 wizards. We got A, finish, and X, which is what I call them. A is the first one to the right, so we're just going to do that first. If you see enemies on your radar, that means a wizard's close. The enemies only spawn if they're in the vicinity of a wizard, essentially. So just follow your radar if you get a bit lost. A spawns a Shrieker, so we're just going to Witherhoard it, and then hide a bit so it dies. Then you're going to jump over, avoid the Acolyte Snipers, they will all despawn if you kill the wizard. Going to throw a fusion grenade, it misses, and then throw a rocket, also misses, but I've lasting impression, so it killed. We're now going to go to finish. I call it the finish because it's right at the finish. If you're not confident with all these jumps, I suggest pulling out a sword so you can be in third person and also change your momentum a bit. So I'm just going to throw a rocket and a fusion nade out, and that will kill it. Rocket with lasting impression will almost kill, but so you do need to follow up with a bit. Anyway, now we're on to X. I'm just following the radar. I did forget where it was, but I know the tunnels quite well, so I could tell it was just hidden around this corner. Now for this one it's quite fun because you can stagger the wizard like that and it will just fall off and die. Anyway, so that's that done. On to the boss. So yeah, as I said, for DPS we're using the nade spam and rockets, which I did a video on. If you want to check that out, you can do so. You can get about 90% of his health done in one phase. Well, I have anyway. But I'm honestly not sure if you can one phase, and I don't know if I can be bothered to try. But yeah, so this phase is sort of a mix of the first two encounters, I guess. So you want to kill the 3 omens, no, not disciples, and they drop orbs, and then you dump the 3 orbs, and then you can start damage. So we're going to start by jumping down. They won't attack you unless you get really close. So we're just going to walk up. We're going to line up the shot with a Horde Fusion Nade, the knight there, to get the sword. We're going to immediately go to the Shrieker. We do this so we can charge our super up. Okay, so that's that done. We're now going to go onto the wizard. For this, you do want to get a fusion grenade kills too. Don't know what happened with that fusion nade. Anyway, so I got the super, so I'm just going to run in and use it. I'm going to start doing the attack. Shrieker, sorry, the wizard is the most easy to die on, so just be careful of that. If you have Icarus Dash, you can get out the poison cloud a bit more easily. But you do want to get a fire sprite to help you with your regeneration. As you can see, I'm just hiding a bit here because I was definitely about to die. You can use these doorways as well as cover. So now as that's done, I'm going to go onto the knight. I should have said earlier, obviously we're not picking up the orbs until all 3 are dead. I'm doing this just so I can keep the super on the sword and make things quicker. So now we're going to do what we did with the knight before. We're going to throw a fusion nade, clear some acolytes out and also get some healing. Okay, so now we've killed that guy, we're going to pick up the orb. We're going to go to the right here, because as you can see there are a lot of guys standing on the receptacle right in front of us. So I'm going to do the same thing, I'm going to go 1 to the right every time. Now for the third one, you want to try to get some armor charge stacks. Throw a fusion nade there, but apparently you just ran out of the way. The reason I have kinetic siphon on my Wither Horde is just for this, so I can throw one at my feet, get all the thrall to die, and get an orb. I also throw a fusion nade to get an orb as well. You do want to watch out in case you pick up a sword instead, it doesn't matter too much. I only have 2 stacks, so I've got a third. Dunk the final orb, and then we'll go with Planar Well in a place where you can see him. This damage phase was a bit scuffed, I'll tell you later. So the way you want to do rocket spam is with the Horde, 2 fusion rifle shots, nade rocket nade, and then just continue that. The first one you can do nade rocket actually, because demolitions will activate. Yeah, if you do that, you can do up to 90% of his health bar. This did not go well because he decided to hide behind the crystal the whole time, which was a lot of fun. I should also say that Cursed will spawn, but with a Well of Radiance you should be fine, and also that the damage phase lasts longer than the Well of Radiance, so it will run out, and you have to be careful of that. So I only did about 55% his health. That's still the 2-phase, so I don't really care. The run was going quite well so far, so I just left it. I want to get a fresh sword here, so I only need to use one. Whether I'll do the wrong guy, pick that one up. And now we're just going to do the same thing. I should say I'm jumping here to avoid the splash damage from Zulmak, even though projectiles will not hit you if they hit you directly while you're blocking. If they hit right next to you, they can hurt you. So now we're going to go into the super. I got a fire sprite, so I'm going to be a bit more aggressive here. Get blocked by some acolytes. And then just going to go to town. My computer starts to stutter here a bit, which is a bit annoying, but you know, just power through it. Yeah, it's getting a bit annoying. So same thing, just run to the right, dunk, then run to the right again. Now depositing the final orb, and we're just going to do the same thing. Going to get some armor charge stacks. Yeah, my computer is not liking this. I only need 2, because I know I can kill him easily. As long as he behaves. As you can see, this is a much better phase because he's right in front of me. Although he does push me out of the way a lot, as long as he can stay in the well, it's fine. And that's a bit more how damage phase should go. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. It'd be very nice of you. And I hope to see you next time.